ADRA is the humanitarian arm of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, with a network of country offices and partnerships with Adventist health centers, educational institutions, and church volunteers. The ministry of ADRA has an extensive global reach and is serving people living in need in 118 countries worldwide. Our purpose is to serve humanity so that all may live as God intended. Following the example of Christ, ADRA ministers to people in need, regardless of ethnicity, gender, age, religion, or philosophy. In a world filled with exploitation, ADRA seeks to restore justice. In a world filled with suffering, ADRA offers care and compassion. In a world filled with hatred and discrimination, ADRA demonstrates the love that God shows to us all. Most people know of the work of ADRA through its reputation of being on the front lines, helping people in times of disaster. And it is true, ADRA is a first responder, providing life-saving supplies of food, water, hygiene kits, shelter kits, and psychological support. The disaster that ADRA responds to the most is the one that news cameras rarely cover. That is the ongoing global disaster of world poverty. Almost 1/2 of the people of our world live in poverty. Even though they work hard in fields and factories, they earn only $3 a day. These are often widows, orphans, and refugees. Their position in life makes them an easy target for exploitation, and they often become victims of human trafficking and modern-day slavery. ADRA enters fragile communities and helps people break free from lives of poverty. The first step to helping people access independence is to help them build foundations of life security. In communities where the nearest safe water supply may be a 5-kilometer walk away, ADRA drills boreholes, installs water tanks, pumps, and gravity-fed water systems. Being able to collect water just a few steps from your home makes all the difference. It is the goal of ADRA to teach people the skills they need to become independently food secure. Training, drought-resistant seeds, and tools help them get started on a lifelong journey of food assurance. Techniques of organic gardening provide growing children with an abundance of nutritious, healthy food. Often, people find that they are able to grow much more than they eat and are able to sell their excess produce for much-needed income. ADRA teaches people small business accounting and then skills training in horticulture, animal husbandry, craft production, food processing, and how to run small buy and sell shops. Low-interest loans from ADRA help them get started. It doesn't take long before these new entrepreneurs are able to proudly exclaim that they now have enough money to send their kids to school. Every year, the dreams of millions of children are dashed because they are taken out of school to help their parents at home. ADRA believes strongly that a quality education is the key to breaking cycles of poverty. In small group sessions, ADRA explains to the parents all of the extended opportunities that their children will have if they get a good education. Thanks to the encouragement of ADRA, children, including girls, are going back to school. In all of this, you have played a vital part. Through your generous support, you have partnered with the work of Christ, the work of ADRA. Let's take a look at some of the things that you have done by supporting ADRA over the last year. In 2020, the global COVID-19 pandemic changed our world. To help in this crisis, you supported ADRA in meeting overwhelming needs, with 422 COVID-related projects that reached 20 million people in 96 countries. You helped ADRA demonstrate home gardening skills so out-of-work parents could still provide nutritious meals for their children. You helped ADRA teach people how viruses are spread and provide PPEs in refugee camps and other vulnerable communities. You helped ADRA provide oxygen and emergency supplies to hospitals in countries that were hit hard, such as India. You helped people in need right here in Canada, from coast to coast to coast. Natural and human-made disasters happen every year, and the year of COVID was no exception. In November of 2020, 2 powerful hurricanes struck Central America, one right after the other. 500,000 people lost their homes. ADRA went into action, helping people find shelter and giving them food, water, and hygienic supplies. In 2020, the Philippines experienced a major volcanic eruption and a devastating typhoon season that wreaked havoc with people's homes, food supplies, and livelihoods. ADRA began helping people restart their businesses by providing seeds and materials lost in the storms. Over the last 2 years, the country of Indonesia has suffered major loss of life and livelihoods due to earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, landslides, and liquefaction. You helped ADRA provide emergency assistance during the immediate aftermath of each crisis. Yemen is in crisis. Because of civil conflict, the price of food has risen dramatically. Even though they work hard, people struggle to feed their families. Children fall sick from a lack of nutritious meals. ADRA is helping the people of Yemen get through this emergency with food and supporting medical facilities. After a devastating explosion in Beirut, ADRA provided emergency relief and is now helping families restart their small businesses. This year, the volcanic eruption in St. Vincent displaced over 13,000 people from their homes. In partnership with local Adventist churches, ADRA is providing shelter and food until people can safely return to their homes.
Hi, I'm Steve Matthews, Executive Director for ADRA in Canada. I really wish that I could be with you this year in person at Foothills Camp. When I'm in camp, I get an opportunity to meet many of my friends that I don't get to connect with throughout the year. I know that we all look forward to the day when we will be able to gather again in annual fellowship with friends from across the province. I would like to take a moment and personally thank our faithful supporters from Alberta. When COVID changed our world with all of the restrictions, lockdowns, and layoffs, we were concerned what might happen to our fundraising goals. Would we be able to raise the kind of funds we needed to meet our commitments for the work that we were doing around the world? I am happy to report that because of your faithfulness during this difficult time, ADRA in Canada ended the year over our goal. Because of your generosity and the support of our partners, we were able to help millions of people live better, safer, happier lives. Thank you so much for your partnership in the ministry of ADRA.